The boy went to the street and tied a rope around the child's ankle. Then he walked away and stood at a distance watching. He hoped that a kind stranger would take the child in, but after a long time no one came for him. Out of options, the boy finally handed the child over to a trafficker. The trafficker not only gave the boy some money, but also said he could help him get to another country. When asked where he wanted to go most, the boy remembered what Marin had told him, so he said he wanted to go to Sweden. The trafficker agreed to help him, but said he needed to bring his identification documents as soon as possible. With no other choice, the boy returned to the home he had not seen in a long time. As soon as his mother saw her missing son, she immediately started scolding him in anger. But by then the boy no longer cared. He only wanted to find his identification papers. He searched everywhere but could not find them. Just then his furious father walked over. He angrily yelled at the boy, "What makes you think someone like you has identification papers? There is no ID here. What we do have is a government deportation order and a hospital notice. Do you want to see it?"
يعني بحب لك تعيش على ما انت عليه بدون رضا بدون شيء. اهلا وسهلا. ما بحب لك بزتك من هون بنعن اللي خلقك هلا. فاهم ولا؟ روح انقلع من هون احسن ما نيجي الدين بتاعك هلا. جاي تقول لي بدك وراق واللي بعتك عشان وراق، روح قول له انه كس اختك ما عندي وراق بيي. فالمحل ما كنتوا لحيوان. كس اختك واخت امك واخت اللي جابك على البلد عرس.
مين فات على المستشفى؟
ولا كلمة سليم، ما عادش تحكي ولا كلمة.
مين اللي فات على المستشفى؟
It turned out that his sister Sahar had been hospitalized. She had suffered complications during childbirth and ultimately could not be saved. She was only 11 years old. His father finally said in a defeated voice. Sahar was beyond help at that point, but the emotions inside the boy completely exploded. "Everything is over," he said. "I'll show you who is really finished." He grabbed a knife and rushed downstairs. His father saw him and immediately ran after him. He kept shouting, "If you do something reckless, you'll regret it." But the boy could no longer hear anything. He only wanted Assad to answer for what had happened. By coincidence, he ran into Assad around a corner. Acting on impulse, the boy got into a violent confrontation with him. Assad was caught off guard and was injured during the struggle. Just like that, the 12-year-old boy was arrested and sent to prison. While in prison, he happened to be spotted by the woman. She shouted, "Where is my child?" But he could not answer her question. Later, the boy's mother came to visit him. After everything her son had done, all she could do was try to comfort him. She told him to come to terms with Sahar's death. She said, "If God takes something away from you, he will give you something else in return." The boy immediately asked, "Then what did God give you?" His mother steadied herself and replied gently, "I'm pregnant, I hope it's a girl, and I'll name her Sahar." Her words felt ice cold. They almost froze the boy's heart. To him it seemed that his sister was nothing more than a symbol in their eyes. As if a mistake could simply be erased and rewritten. The boy angrily condemned his mother. He told her never to visit him again. Then he threw the candy she brought into the trash and stormed away. After returning to his cell, the boy decided to fight back in his own way. First, he reported the traffickers' illegal activities to a prison guard. Then he made a very unusual phone call. He called directly into a live legal aid television program. The host asked, "What is your name, and where are you calling from?" The boy replied, "My name is Zain, and I'm calling from Rumia prison." The television program had extremely high ratings. Even the prisoners were watching it. When the inmates realized it was Zain on television, the entire prison erupted into cheers. The host said, "Zain, you're live on air right now. What kind of help do you need?" The boy answered, "I want your help suing my parents, and I want every adult listening to hear what I have to say. I hate people who cannot take care of children, but bring them into the world anyway. What do children get from them? Neglect, harm, or endless criticism. When I think about my childhood, I remember chains, pipes, and belts. The nicest words I ever heard were, 'Get out of here. Life feels like a pile of mud, dirtier than the shoes on my feet.'" The show's producers eventually hired a lawyer. The lawyer helped the boy bring a case against his parents. In court, the boy not only argued that his parents should never have had him, but also accused them and Assad of being responsible for Sahar's fate. Assad insisted he had done nothing wrong. In our view, once a girl begins to mature, she is considered grown up, and many people see that as normal. The boy's father also broke down in tears. He said their family was struggling to survive. He claimed he only wanted his daughter to have a better future. But what really caused Sahar's death? Under questioning, the mother finally revealed the truth. When Sahar was taken to the hospital because of childbirth complications, she did not have identification documents. As a result, she was unable to receive timely treatment. At last, the judge reached a decision that avoided placing all the blame on one side. The hammer of justice came down once again. In the end, everyone except the boy was found not guilty. Authorities quickly moved against the traffickers' operation. The woman was finally reunited with her child. The government also took emergency measures to address the identification issue. Even the boy, while still in prison, would receive proper documentation. And that brings this story to an end.